Hey y'all, the video that I just made was longer than I wanted to. I'm so sorry. You know how I am. I talk and then I cried and it was a big mess. So I thought I'd give you a little recap, a pre-cap. So before the video starts, for those of y'all that don't know, my husband was deported in July of 2020. I was able to take the girls down there a couple of times to visit him, but it's very, very expensive. The last time that they saw him was January of 2021. My youngest daughter the other night had an absolute hysterical breakdown because she just realized it's been a year and 9 months since she has seen her dad. It's been a year and 9 months since he's seen his little girls. It's very expensive. I just had a discovery just knocked the wind out of me, which I explained in this video, and that's why I'm just bawling, and I need help. I hate asking for help. I really do. If I could do it by myself, then I would. But I am desperately asking for help right now. I know there's so many people that have asked, what can I do? What can I do? And for the most part, I've been able to hold things together myself. I've been able to make ends meet and pay the bills myself. Though it's a struggle, I've been able to do it. And I don't want to just ask for money just because. But I'm desperate right now. So I'm going to put my Cash App info right here, and then as soon as this little video is over, I'm going to put it right here at the beginning of the video, and then I'm also going to put it at the end of the video. I know a lot of people don't have the time to watch the whole thing. If you want the explanation of what's going on, what's happening with the selling of my house, the 3 potential buyers that I had, and why it's taken so long, and then what I just found out tonight, and why I'm freaking out right now, please watch the video. Don't even watch it. Just listen to it. You just listen to it while you're driving or something. Just listen to the audio. Anyway, any and all donations to help me get my girls to their dad in Mexico for a visit is greatly appreciated. I know not everybody can and not everybody wants to donate. I get it, and that's okay. If you can't donate, at least pray for our family. Okay. All right. Here's my Cash App info, and then I hope you can watch the rest of the video, or at least listen to it. Hey, y'all. I'm freaking out a little bit. Y'all know that I suck at posting updates, but it's really not a lot happening. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. But I'm freaking out right now because I'm trying to plan a trip to go see Bird, take the girls down there. The other night, sitting at home after work, and Juju, my youngest one, Juliana, she said, "Mom, it's almost been a year since I've seen Daddy." I told her, I said, "Honey, it's been a year and 8 months, almost 9 months since you've seen Daddy. It's been almost 2 years. It is so expensive to go down there, even for a visit. And I'm struggling just to pay the bills and do the regular stuff. And, God, when she realized how long it's been since she saw Daddy, she just absolutely broke down. She was hysterical, crying. And that breaks my heart. You know how much kids grow in a year? My husband hasn't seen his girls in almost 2 years. Just video chat, sending videos, pictures, that's all he has. And, man, can you imagine being an 8-year-old little girl and having a daddy who loves you and wants to be in your life, but you can't because you can't afford to go see him? We are trying to do the right thing, and it just seems like it's getting harder and harder and harder. I've had 3 potential buyers for my house. The first one fell through. His lender fell through because They wanted a whole bunch of repairs on the house first. We told them from the get-go, I'm selling it as is. It needs repairs. It needs this repair and that repair. And everything seemed to be going good. They were telling us about getting close to closing. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, before we close, you're going to have to do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, that's not what an as-is sale is. And I can't put $30,000 worth of work into that house right now. I mean, if I did, then the price is obviously going to go up. But I don't have the time or the money, not even close to having the money for that. And so his lender only wanted to buy like a house in like near perfect condition. And he tried to find another lender and he couldn't. The second buyer, it was the second or third, I don't remember which one, but one of them, he couldn't find a bank that would finance in Oklahoma, only in Texas. And then the other buyer really, really wanted it, and he could pay most of it in cash and then make the rest in payments, which I didn't want to do for sell by owner, but you know, if that's what I have, that's what I have to do. And anyway, he was waiting for the purchase agreement to run out to expire with the first buyer, and the purchase agreement expired, and because we thought things were going so well, I told the first buyer, like, I'll give you 1 more week, and then I have to move on to the next person. So I gave him 1 more week. Well, during that week, the other buyer got another house. I could have went in January of this year. My girls haven't seen him since January of 2021. I had the opportunity around, I think it was February, where I could have taken the girls to go see him in February of this year, 2022. But I thought, you know, the selling of the house is right around the corner. It'll be a month or two and we'll be out of here. So it would be smarter, it would be more wise to not spend that money to go for a visit if we're going to be going down there in a month or two anyway. So let's wait and save that money. And then 1 more month, 1 more month, 1 more month. I'm sorry. And before I knew it, we're in September. And I still don't have a buyer right now. I don't want to post the house publicly. I don't feel peace about that. I don't want to advertise publicly because I'm working like all day, every day. And a lot of days my girls have to stay home alone. I mean, they're old enough. My oldest one is more than old enough, and I know they're safe, but if I put it publicly, you know there's going to be people that want to come by. I'm sorry, I can't even see. You know there's going to be people that are going to see it online, and before they even call and set up, they're like, well, let's just go drive by and look at it. Well, let's look at the windows. There's no vehicle here because I have the vehicle. And so I don't want to have my house listed publicly online, knowing that very often there's no vehicle in the driveway, so it looks like nobody's home, but yet my girls are home by themselves. And I don't want somebody, you know, trying to look in the windows or knocking on the door or looking around the house, snooping around. I don't want that. And it makes me nervous, especially because I live 30 minutes away from my house. That was stupid. I work 30 minutes away from my house. And I just don't want to risk my children's safety. And so I've been trying to sell it word of mouth, but it's looking like I'm going to have to do something different because what I'm doing is not working. And so I guess I'm going to have to post it publicly. And I've tried the whole We Buy Ugly Houses, you know, those advertise the whole, or not wholesalers, whatever, they're like the house flipper people. And I've contacted a few of them, and they like the house and they want it. The problem is that they don't have enough workers right now to flip the house. They don't have enough contractors. One guy, the last guy I talked to, he only had 2 teams of contractors, so he could only work on 2 houses at a time. And so he had them busy on 2 houses already, and he had 2 more houses in line right behind those. He said, I can't sit on your house and hold it for that long. I would lose money. And I understand there's a shortage of workers in this country right now. Hardly anybody wants to work. Anyway, so that's where I'm at on the house. I've got to get my girls down there to visit Bird. He needs to see those babies, and they need to see him. And I can't do this whole one more month. So I was planning to make a trip down on the 13th. Today's the 7th. It's almost midnight of the 7th. It's almost the 8th. But anyway, of September. And the past week and a half, I've been looking at plane tickets and looking at stuff. Okay, on the 13th, it was like $171 per ticket to leave on the 13th. Well, I had a cashier's check that I've been saving to help pay for the tickets. And stupid me, I didn't know you could cancel a cashier's check. I thought a cashier's check and a money order, I thought the receipt was just for your records. I didn't know you could cancel it. So I have had this since May, the cashier's check. And I took it to the bank on Friday. And my friend told me, he's like, well, I sure hope it hasn't been canceled. And that freaked me out, panicked me. I've been waiting on the bank since Friday. I know Monday was a holiday, but Friday they were supposed to call and check on it. And then Tuesday they were supposed to do it. And then today, I finally went over there today. And they still hadn't called. And I was like, well, can you just call real quick, please? Because I've got to buy plane tickets. They called, and of course, that bank can't confirm or deny, blah, 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 blah. Because if I have to purchase the plane tickets without this cashier's check or without somebody helping me, it's really going to put me in a bind. Like, I'm going to have nothing. I've got a tiny, tiny bit saved up. The money that I had in January that I was going to take them in February, I had to pay over $1,200 to get my truck fixed. It was like a safety thing. Like, even right now, my heater doesn't work. It's going to cost, I don't know how much he said. It's going to be like over $1,000 to get my heater fixed. We just rerouted it, and it works fine now. But if we have to be here in the wintertime, we're not going to have a heater in my truck. So the money that I was going to go with in February, I had to use that to fix my truck. And then I could have done it had I bought. I'm sorry. I told you I was freaking out. Freaking out right now. Oh, had I purchased the tickets even yesterday or Monday or Friday or whenever, had I purchased the tickets then, it would have been $171. But because I've been waiting for the bank to confirm that that cashier's check has not been canceled, I've just been waiting. Today, flights have skyrocketed today, apparently. And that same cheap flight, and I mean cheap, y'all, I fly Spirit. I fly the cheapest thing. We don't pay for carry-ons or check-in bags. You put 3 outfits in a backpack or whatever you can shove in that backpack, because that's all we get for free on the flight. And we wash by hand down there. We just wear the same 3 outfits over and over and over. Like, but a swimsuit, 3 outfits, extra pair of shoes. That's all we need. And even at that, it being the absolute cheapest, we fly on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. The cheap, whatever's cheaper. Like, we do it as cheap as we possibly can, y'all. I'm a cheapo. I'm a bargain shopper. I'm a clearance shopper. I try to get the best deal possible. And you know what? And we'll sit on that really crappy airline with the really crappy service that you have to pay for anything except for maybe a glass of water, which even that you probably pay for. I don't know. And even with that being the cheapest there possibly is, in one day, the tickets for me and my girls shot up over $500 more than it was yesterday. In one day. How can that happen? And I'm looking over the next month and a half, and the prices are all up. Like, it's not going back down. And all 3 times that I've gone to Mexico to visit Bird, I book about a week or 2 in advance. And that seems to be like a sweet spot for getting the right price. Which, had I booked last week, I would have got that price. But But even if I book further out right now, just all the prices went up, and it's insane. It's insane. I mean, some of the days I've played around with the different days and stuff like that. Some of them it went up by like $800 for, 4 tickets. Also, apparently 12 and up is an adult now on the flights. And my middle daughter just turned 12, so now I have to pay for an adult instead of a kid, which I don't know what the price difference is, but whatever. Anyway, our wedding anniversary is on September 17th, in 10 days. And the last 2 years, because he got deported just 2 months before our wedding anniversary, and we were still waiting for the passport, for the passport application to come back from Mexico. If you've been following this crazy story for 2 years, you'll remember that it took 3 months to get our youngest daughter's passport, because just sending the application there and back, it had to be notarized by him. They wouldn't accept a fax or an email or anything. It had to be the original document. It had to be notarized, and that took 3 months. And that's with me getting emergency passports, y'all. So that September 17th, we were separated. Then last year, September 17th, we were separated, because I thought, hey, I'm going to sell the house in a couple of months. So we're going to go. That was when I was planning to go in February, and then last fall is when I decided to go ahead. Hey, I think we need to sell the house, and it's an absolute mess. The point is, I really, really wanted to leave on the 13th. Right now, I don't care when we go, but all the prices are crazy. But what was so special about this time is that we would have been together for our wedding anniversary. And we need to get married again in Mexico, because Mexico does not honor the American marriage license. So we're going to get married again. We've been wanting to renew our vows for the past couple of years anyway. And so it seemed perfect. And I was going to miss my 20-year high school reunion to go on this trip. But I'll miss whatever. I'll miss anything to go be with my husband. Especially if I could be with him on our anniversary. We wanted to renew our vows and have our girls there. I wanted the same anniversary date, just because I'm a little OCD and I don't want 2 anniversary dates. I want the same. But anyway, we've had our hopes up for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, that we're going to make this trip. And yeah, I missed the price. So now I'm stuck with having to pay an extra $500 if I book the tickets. And that's if it doesn't go up again tomorrow. I don't know. And I still don't know if that cashier's check's going to clear. They said it could be Thursday or Friday. It could be next week. It could still come back. So if I go ahead and buy the tickets now, like, that's already, like, I've used everything. Because I still have to rent an Airbnb while we're down there. We have to stay somewhere because there's no room at my mother-in-law's house. And of course, they're only like $25, $30 a night, way cheaper, but I still have to have a place for me and my kids to stay. Yeah, and then if I go ahead and book this flight, and then the cashier's check doesn't go through, I'm screwed. So, all of that to say, I really hate asking for help. I really do. And I know it's my pride. But unless I really, really need it, I don't want to ask. We've had a lot happen. Those of you who follow me on Facebook have seen probably what's going on. A few months ago, my father-in-law passed away. Bird's daddy passed away. And I had to send money to help pay for his dad's funeral. Now, they did it as cheap as possible. Like, they're down there digging the hole themselves. Like, friends and family came over to dig the grave. But I still needed help. And there were people that came through. And I got enough. And then about a few weeks ago, my mother-in-law, Bird's mama, had to have, like, somewhat emergency It wasn't planned out. It was like, we need to do this now. And so kind of like emergency, but not like, woo, sirens and lights. But she had to have her gallbladder removed. Like, man, we got to take this now. So my father-in-law passed away. And then a couple of months later, my mother-in-law has emergency surgery. And I had to ask for help for that. But there was a few people that I know personally that were able to give a couple of $100. And that helped. And that more than covered what we needed. And covered for like a week or two for Bird to take time off from work so that he could help his mom. And now here I am again. Having to ask for help. Y'all, if I could do this myself, I would. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to happen with the price of the plane tickets. I mean, what if the spike is just for today, and then tomorrow they go back down? So I don't want to purchase them tonight, because what if that's the deal? But what if I'm wrong? What if it goes the other way? What if they double tomorrow? And I should have bought them tonight. I don't know. I don't know what to do. And what I do know is that my husband needs to see his girls, and those little girls need to see Dad. I've got to get them down there. Especially my youngest one. She's struggling with this the most. Yeah. So if anybody can and wants to help, even if all you give is $5, I sure would appreciate it. All in all, it's going to cost about $2,000 to make this trip. And when you're struggling just to pay your electric bill, $2,000 seems like a whole lot. So I'm gonna put my Cash App info at the end of this video. It's Barefoot Birds, Jennifer Reyes. I tried to keep it simple. But if you can give anything, if you can help at all, every penny is going to be so appreciative, or I'm so thankful for every penny. Appreciated. There's the word I was looking for. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry that I don't have a more exciting update. I'm sorry that we're not already down there yet, where I can show y'all pretty videos of all the jungle area, the pretty trees, and see our family together. Oh, I gotta go blow my nose. I'm sorry. Y'all got me all worked up. Oh, I just found out like 10 minutes before I started this video about the plane tickets. And the only way I'm going to be able to make this trip happen, the only way I'm going to be able to get my girls, the only way I'm going to be able to get my girls to Mexico for at least a visit is if people help me. So if you can give anything, thank you. And if you can't give, that's okay. But still, please continue to pray for my family. I'm sorry. Y'all be blessed.